Welcome in to Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I am Will Scott. We are less than 48 hours away from the NBA trade deadline. A lot of y'all have questions for us here at Chat Sports about who the Warriors might trade for, who they might trade. So we're going to answer your questions here in a Trade Rumors mailbag on today's show. And I want y'all to go down in the comments and put your boldest deadline predictions down in the comments section. Do you think the Warriors make a move, and maybe a surprising move? Let me know down in the comments section what you think is going to happen here at the deadline. Ravishing dude, we'll go with that. Figure out a way to get Furkan Korkmaz, 6'7" wing with stroke. He wants out of Philly, the GOAT, Maz. I think this guy is a Furkan Korkmaz fan. Now, he's right. Korkmaz did put in a trade request. This coming from Keith Pompey, who covers the Sixers, saying Sixers guard Furkan Korkmaz wants out by Locked On 76ers daily podcast on the Philadelphia 76ers. So it's not often you see a guy at the back of the bench demand a trade, but Korkmaz has done that. His numbers have gone down this year. He's kind of the 11th or 12th man right now. He hasn't really been putting up big numbers on this team. So you see his stats from the last 4 seasons before this season. Now let's take a look at this season. He's only averaging 10.2 minutes per game. His points per game have gone down from about 7 to 3.8. Rebounds per game, just 1.2. 41% from the field, 34.3% from 3. I think there's better options out there. I don't know if he's the best choice when you're looking to add wing depth, if that's who you should trade for. But he's a decent three-point shooter. The Warriors definitely need some bench depth, especially with some of the injuries that have happened on this basketball team this year. He'd be insanely cheap. I mean, you have a back-of-the-bench guy demanding a trade. I can't imagine it would take much to get him. Maybe they don't even have to give up a draft pick, maybe just cash considerations to get Korkmaz at this point. Now, name a player you want the Warriors to trade for. Go down in the comment section. Let me know. Name a player you want to trade for. King Kobe 81, what's up? Could they grab Jonathan Isaac? So, yeah, Jonathan Isaac is an intriguing name here. He didn't play for over 2 years and then comes back, makes his return a couple weeks ago. Good to see him back on the floor, recovering from some ACL injuries. Missed the last 2 seasons. So, I think it was about 2 weeks ago he made his return. And that was the first time he'd played since tearing his ACL in the bubble. So, it had been a really long time since we've seen Isaac. Here's what he's done so far this season. 9.5 minutes per game as they slowly work him back into that Magic rotation. 6.2 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game. And he certainly has a little bit of trade value. You're talking about a former lottery pick out of Florida State. Was a great player there, showed some promise his first couple seasons in the league before the injury. So I like Jonathan Isaac as a trade target. I don't think it's going to be that much to get him. Maybe a second-round pick. We'll see what the Magic opt to do with Isaac here at the deadline, but he's certainly an interesting name here. I understand the fact that he hasn't played that much in the last couple of seasons, but I also like the fact that he's shown a little bit of promise in his career. Now, when you're looking at him as a potential trade candidate, he just came back from missing 2 years. Would they want to trade him? That I'm not really sure about. But Jonathan Isaac, certainly a name to watch here for the Warriors at the deadline. I don't think he gets traded, but if you were to tell me right now that he was a trade candidate, the Warriors are looking to move him, I would certainly be interested in bringing him to Golden State. Today's show is sponsored by Athletic Greens. I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day. Get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted better gut health and wanted a supplement that actually tastes great. I take AG1 every morning, and it makes me feel ready to take on my day. I came into this year wanting to get healthier. Starting my year on AG1 has helped me do just that. I take it every morning. I feel happier, healthier, and more energized, covering my nutritional basis for the day. Literally couldn't be any easier, which is why I trust Athletic Greens. I just mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water and drink it first thing each morning. Done. I also like that it costs less than $3 a day. It's pretty good if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients. Win-win. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That's athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That link is in the comments and the description of today's video. I really like AG1. I didn't know if it was going to taste any good, but it actually does taste pretty good. I put a couple ice cubes in there, make it taste even better, kind of chills it out for a few hours. But every single morning, just ask anyone in the Chat Sports office, I walk in with AG1 each day, and I felt so much healthier since I started AG1 a few weeks ago. That's the link. Again, that link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Retzel, what's up? Wiseman, Kuminga, Moody, Rollins, and a first for Anunoby and Achiuwa. Very interesting idea here. Let's take a look at this from Retzel. The Warriors would get OG Anunoby, who is one of the hottest names here at the deadline, and Precious Achiuwa, who was a very, very good player at Memphis a couple years ago. Raptors get James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, Ryan Rollins, who's out for the year, and a first-round pick. This is a lot to give up, but at the same time, I'm not sold on James Wiseman at this point. He's had a lot of injury issues. I still think he can be a good player in this league, but I think a fresh start might be the best for both sides when you're talking about James Wiseman. Taking a look at who you'd be acquiring here from the Raptors, I really like Anunoby, man. He's a heck of a player, averaging nearly 17 points per game this year. Precious Achiuwa, pretty solid as well, averaging over 10 points per game. I do believe that OG is going to get moved here before the deadline. I do not think James Wiseman is going to get moved, but it's an interesting trade idea, and you'd only be giving up one first-round pick to get this done. So we'll see what they do, but it is certainly a lot to give up. But you're talking about two guys that could come in and contribute right away in Anunoby and Achiuwa. We're going to be live on our main channel for the deadline, so be sure to go down and subscribe. That's the sublink right there, and join us. We're going to be live tomorrow at 2 o'clock Pacific time, and we're going to be live deadline day on Thursday at 9 o'clock Pacific time. That is the photo for the thumbnail right there, so be sure to join us tomorrow and Thursday. We're going to have plenty of coverage for you on our main channel leading up to the NBA trade deadline. iSon, what's up, man? Appreciate you watching. Wiseman, Moody, and Jay Green for KD. Whew! That's interesting. JaMychal Green, well, let's take a look at this. It's going to take a lot more than this to get KD. It's going to take a lot more than this. I get it. Wiseman is a former top 3 pick. Kuminga, JaMychal Green. But there's no way the Nets accept this, right? They got more for Kyrie Irving. You're going to have to give up multiple picks. Did I say multiple picks, Jack? To get Kevin Durant. Look at what the Timberwolves gave up for Rudy freaking Gobert. I mean, I can't even imagine what a Kevin Durant haul would get, is Adrian Wojnarowski reported this. In aftermath of Kyrie Irving's trade, the Brooklyn Nets and Kevin Durant are having ongoing conversations on the direction of the franchise, but organization has thus far told inquiring teams they're not planning to trade him before Thursday's deadline. I'm not buying that. I think they might trade him. But if available, you have to give up a haul. And here's what the Nets would want. They would want 1 to 2 young stars. They'd want Jordan Poole. Just going to let you all know that right now. And they're going to want multiple picks to get this done. You're going to have to give up Poole. You might have to give up Andrew Wiggins. And you might have to give up multiple first-round picks to get that done. Do you want to trade for Kevin Durant? Y for yes, in for no, down in the comment section. If I'm the Warriors right now, if I'm Bob Myers, I'm putting together a package centered around Jordan Poole. And I'm telling the Nets, Jordan Poole is a young superstar that you can go and make the face of your franchise one day. Maybe not right away, but Jordan Poole can be that guy for you. And we're also going to give you 4 first-round picks. That's probably what's going to take. And if the Nets were to maybe be interested in that, I would probably do it, because if you acquire Kevin Durant, Steph Curry comes back healthy before the playoffs, this is a championship caliber team yet again. What's up, man? Appreciate you watching. Jaminski831. Wiseman for Jakob Poeltl, Kelly Olynyk, or OG. If I'm trying to turn James Wiseman into one of those players, it'd probably be Jakob Poeltl. He is one of the best centers out there and available right now. But Brian Windhorst is saying that Wiseman's stock is at an all-time low. And I'd have to agree. I mean, yeah, he's a top 3 pick not too long ago. But his stock right now, with some of the injuries and his production, is just not very high. Taking a look at the trade candidates that you just mentioned, Jakob Poeltl with the Spurs, he is a name to keep an eye on. I do believe that he is going to get moved before Thursday's deadline. I also believe that the other 2 players on this list are going to get moved. Kelly Olynyk, who's currently playing for the Utah Jazz, and OG Anunoby with the Toronto Raptors. I do believe all 3 of those guys get moved. I think OG's the best player, but if I'm looking to flip Wiseman for somebody, it's Jakob Poeltl, and the Spurs are trying to put together draft capital and young talent right now. The deal might make some sense for both sides. Pick one player to trade for, though. Jakob Poeltl, Kelly Olynyk, or OG Anunoby. Go down in the comment section. Let me know. JP for Poeltl, KO for Kelly Olynyk, or OG for OG and Anunoby. Want to give some shout-outs here to some of our loyal subscribers. They've been watching us a lot leading up to the trade deadline. We've always had you covered with Warriors rumors. D. Ryan. If you want a shout-out, go type me down in the comment section for a shout-out. Again, subscribe to the channel if the Warriors make a move, which they're probably going to make a move here in the next 48 hours. Go down, subscribe to the channel. I'll say this. We didn't talk about him on today's show, but a name to watch is Peyton Pritchard with the Boston Celtics. Now, he's buried on the Celtics bench right now after the Malcolm Brogdon trade. He hasn't played that much. With Steph Curry's injury, I think Peyton Pritchard could come in and start right now on this basketball team. I would call the Celtics, try to inquire about them. But would the Celtics be willing to deal a young, solid player to the team that just beat them in the NBA Finals? I'm not so sure.